Welcome to another episode of Can We Talk TV. Get to know your hosts, Peter and Helen Yapel, as they are the New York State chapter coordinators of the Human Solution International, where we believe no one should go to jail for a plan. Peter and Helen are ministers, living the changes they wish to see in the world. Peter is a patient that learned the science behind the cannabis plant as he healed. Helen supported and cared for him by learning the medicinal values of foods, and now their allegiance is to the plant. Currently, they teach. They spread the knowledge that they've acquired through all social media, radio, and now through TV. So sit back and learn how to simplify and live a canna lifestyle.
Welcome to another episode of Can We Talk, where we live the changes we wish to see in the world.
Yeah, thanks for joining us here each week, guys, where we try to educate you, entertain you, and teach you how to live a canna lifestyle. It's been a hell of a week.
It always is.
Well, we say that every week when we come on, but it never ceases to amaze me that if something can happen, it will happen. And I ended up in the hospital this past week. So.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And coming out feeling the same as he did when he went in.
Yeah, there's been no change.
With no answers, and some pretty shady dealings going on.
And we'll explain a lot of that as we go on today. Because listen, there's so much.
There's reasons why we lose more and more faith.
Well, there's more tomfoolery going on in the medical community right now than there ever has been.
That's
it's proven. Me being in the hospital, unfortunately, for 3 days. It proves it, and we'll get into that. Big trip tomorrow.
Yes.
Going to Philadelphia.
We're going to Philadelphia, where we will meet up with
Joe
Grumbine, our mentor, and our partner, our family,
friend, our family, exactly. Yeah.
He's just so many things to us.
And George Monterano, and George is a 35-year cannabis prisoner. He was in jail for 35 years for cannabis. They called him a kingpin, but it was just for cannabis. He spent 35 years in there, and when George was in jail for 35 years, he wrote children's books. Never kept a dime. He still doesn't.
Doesn't sound like a bad guy to me.
Yeah, he's just a horrible pot guy. These terrible pot guys.
That wacky weed.
Someday you people will get it. Anyway. But that went on. We've got some stuff that's going on as far as in the world of legalization, I guess, that a bunch of states are saying now they're going to crack down on edibles. And to me, it's a waste of time. Come on, you fools. The government made a huge mistake on their own behalf. I mean, not on our behalf. I mean, on their own behalf. When they signed the Farm Bill.
Part of this is that we're fighting for it at all.
Yeah, I know.
It's just despicable.
Yeah. And it doesn't seem like the end is too close to coming up on us very soon anyway either. But anyway, it should. I say we all just say screw you. That's my way of looking at it.
Right.
We don't care. Nobody should care. For Christmas sakes, it's cannabis. That's all it is. It's a plant. It's just like the fake trees we got on our stage, except for it's alive.
It's a plant that is a necessity for each and every one of us to obtain homeostasis. Period. It's that simple. Homeostasis equals good health. When you understand that, when you wrap your head around that, read and understand what good health actually means.
Yeah. I said to Helen on the way up here.
It's so important, folks, if you really want to have a productive lifestyle.
Right, but listen, that doesn't mean go run out to your doctor.
No.
The last thing you should have to ever do is run to a doctor.
That means get in touch with yourself.
Right.
Understand what's happening to your body.
Right.
And why certain things occur.
Right.
And
You can always boil it down to something you're putting in you or a way you're not treating yourself
always,
right.
Always.
Yeah, we come across viruses, we come across bugs, we get those things.
Yes, and your body is built to fight those things.
Exactly, but if you don't have a healthy
But if you don't
body
keep your
and a healthy
survival tool sharp, which is what your body is,
that's right.
Then you're going to have problems.
Well, the human body is made. I mean, just think, guys. We're made to survive. We're not made to die. Our body's trying to fight to live. Every second that we are alive, our body is fighting to stay that way.
Yeah.
So why would we hinder it? Why would we cause, give it, put the brakes on, I guess, on it. If we can continue to roll and keep the thing moving, then fine. But so with all that said, we'll go back to my little instance. I have terrible chest pains. I can't walk from here 5 feet without my chest clenching, and I can't breathe, shortness of breath, lightheadedness, tongue, lips, fingers numb, tingling, cold as ice. So, everything pointed to my heart. Everything pointed to my heart. And 6 years ago, my heart was 60+% blocked on the one artery, 30% on the others.
On the other. Yeah.
And so then they do the echo. Oh, gosh, we got to get him in there. The doctor talks to me, there ain't no way this ain't your heart. And then he looks at my echo. Oh, yes. Gosh, we got to get you in there.
He says, we'll be able to stent one.
We can't do it.
Well, no, first he said we'll be able to stent one and possibly have to go in and operate on the other.
Right.
So
he sets me up for open heart surgery.
So Pete prepares himself for
mentally,
that. Which,
because I
mind
hate
you,
the
was
doctors.
not an easy thing to
Listen,
do. And I don't think for anybody.
I don't think it's easy for anybody. I was going to say anybody, but then you put somebody through the, I mean, listen, you have to understand, guys, when I go to these, even just to the doctor's office, it's PTSD for me. I get stressed, I can't.
And you got to be able to understand that. I mean, my God, when Pete and I first got together, he was in the hospital more times than he was out.
I had
walked him into a doctor's office for a follow-up, and the nurses actually were shocked to see him.
Their jaws hit
They didn't expect to even ever see him again.
Yeah.
They couldn't believe their eyes when he walked through the door. They looked right at him and said, "We thought you were dead."
When you left here last time, we all said we'll never see that poor man again.
You know how scary that has to be for someone to walk into their doctor's office for their follow-up visit, and that's the first thing out of the nurse's mouth. Wow.
But anyway, so the heart guy tells me, so I prepare myself for open heart surgery. Laying no less, not even in a room. I didn't get a room.
No.
I laid in a bona fide emergency room. Well, it's actually the recovery room.
Recovery room.
From same-day surgery behind a curtain. So needless to say, I didn't sleep much because the place is always lit up and they're always in there monitoring you and poking you with something and trying to shove something else in you. And I lay there for 3 days with my best friend and my wife next to me, talking to me, and I've treated them both like crap the whole time because I was stressed. And then I had the test done. And she heard me yell from the operating room. Well, everyone in the place
I couldn't believe it.
heard me yell from the operating room because I was ready to jump off the table and whoop somebody's ass. I really was. I was set up to believe I was going in there and having this, that, and the other thing done to me. They wheeled me out of there. They did nothing to me and told me the one test must be wrong. Well, wait a minute. What about the test 6 years ago? And then proceeded to tell me, because they knew I wasn't staying, I was there to have that test done and I was leaving, let me lay here for 4 hours till I clot and I'm out the door. They were good with that because they didn't want me there another minute.
No, they didn't.
But
they definitely didn't.
They sent me home with 5 prescriptions. Five
cardiac
right. Blood pressure, cholesterol.
The blood pressure one really got
need.
me because his blood prpressure was so low.
I was barely alive.
90 over
well,
54. Yes,
around.
Nurses, you heard me right.
Well, let's see.
90 over 54 was his blood pressure, and they sent him home.
Yeah, but mine's normally gets even lower than that when I get sick like this. So, but why are they giving me blood pressure medication?
Blood pressure
My
medication,
cholesterol was fine.
statin, and a blood thinner.
Yeah, why am I getting all these things? I asked. That's what we give to people when they have the, well, wait a minute. You're not just supposed to give people things.
Especially when they don't need it.
They don't need, I didn't need the things they were trying to, they had me almost on 5 prescriptions. Almost on 5 prescriptions. Not 1, 5. That I didn't need. That I don't need. That I am not taking. That are still sitting at the pharmacy.
Yep, never picked them up. And we won't.
And I won't. They'll put them back on the shelf. I don't care. I'm sorry that they have to do extra work at Walgreens. I apologize. I told my doctor I wouldn't take them. There's my apology to you. Don't ever fill a script for me because I won't pick it up.
So unnecessary ones like that. Well, then they tell him that they want him to get his lungs checked out. The doctor specifically states, the cardiologist, he wants him to come back in a couple days to have a nuclear scan done. They would be doing it in the hospital. They chose not to do it in the hospital because they needed to give his kidneys a break.
I just had to die.
Nuclear medicines, right, because he had that for the catheterization. So he needed to clear himself out. So that's the reason they didn't do it in the hospital. But he said, definitely come back and I'll do it myself, the cardiologist tells him, right? So we skip the appointment with the primary that was in the follow-up. So we're not going to go follow up with the primary. We're just going to go follow up with the cardiologist that we spoke with that told us to get this test done. So we do that. We go to the cardiologist's office. We pay the $50 copay. We go in there. He goes over the whole day with Pete and is dumbfounded. Everybody's dumbfounded as to what is actually happening. Okay, well, then we need to see the pulmonologist. Give me 1 minute. Let me see if the pulmonologist can see you now. So he comes back and he says, yep, pulmonologist can see you now. We're going to actually take you 3 exam rooms down the hall. So now they take us down there, and this redheaded dude comes walking in all cocky and stern, and he says, Mr. Yapel, why are you frightening all these doctors? Okay, didn't know that's what he was doing, but okay. What's the deal, and what do you want to do? Well, he wants him to take a pulmonary function test. Doesn't have anything to say about the nuclear scan that we were there for. Just says, well, I'm going to put you on an inhaler, steroid, for 3 weeks, and I want you to come back, and I think that that'll take care of it. And then we'll do a pulmonary function test, which if he thinks that the inhaler will take care of it, not quite sure why he's going to need the pulmonary function test.
I don't know.
But whatever.
No damn inhaler either. I don't need an inhaler. I don't need any of that
We're not
stuff.
doing the inhaler either, Doc. So
I'm going to probably end up going to my
personally,
gastroenterologist because I need an endo and a colonoscopy.
yeah, I
done
think
anyway.
I think it has to do with that, and I think it has to do with stress. I think that the stress has just geared his gastrointestinal issues up, and this is what we're tending with.
It's definitely a lot to do with stress. I mean, I can't even get upset. If once a minute I get upset,
yeah, that's it. So we need to.
It triggers all of the symptomatic issues. But anyway, at the end of the day, I didn't need 5 prescriptions.
No,
I didn't need 5 prescriptions.
But this is what This is what happens. This is what our medical society has come to. This is it. I mean, and it was so visible with the cardiologist prior to him pushing us off to the pulmonologist. He was scared of us. Like, he didn't know what to make of us because we are not those people that walk in
I don't sit there and
just
shut up.
conform to whatever they say because it's the doctor and they just know better because that's just BS.
I ask questions. That's what I do.
And I guess asking questions
makes you a bad
made him afraid.
Yeah.
So he had to call for backup. That's how I saw it.
Whatever the difference is. I'll end up not going to none of them, having to figure it all out on my own.
No, I'm going to, you know what, when we left there, and I was pleasantly surprised, and I'm going to share all this with you folks. When I left there, I decided to look for an Eastern doctor near me. And lo and behold, Crystal Run has one.
Yeah, we'll check it out.
Crystal Run has an Eastern doctor, Yosef.
Something.
Biocom or Chem some.
I have no idea.
Chemtob, yep. CHEMTOB, I believe it is.
I don't care if they're Eastern doctor or not. I won't remember a doctor's name. It's not something
okay, well, I did. And yeah, I'm going to reach out to that doctor and check him out. I'm going to go interview that doctor because that's what you're supposed to do is interview the people that you are going to hire to work for you.
Well, anyway, the whole doctor debacle and the hospital debacle and all that is just what it is. But it just goes to show you, and the reason why we're even telling the story is we don't really, it's not nothing to do with the fact that I was sick or that I didn't feel good. It's to do with the fact that they tried to send me home with 5 prescriptions I did not need.
That they tried proved to send me to, with their tests that he didn't need.
They tried to send me to 3 doctors that I didn't need to go to. It's all what it is. It's a revolving carousel. We get stuck into these things. You go see your GP for what? So he can recommend you to your specialist.
Yeah.
Why? So you paid a copay for no reason. For no reason. You walk in. How'd you do at the hospital? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we've seen your tests. All right, go. You need to go to this guy. And that's it. What do I need an invitation from you for? Why can't I just go to my pulmonologist or my cardiologist? They're going to charge me $50 too, and they're going to do it every time I walk in the door. So why get put all in this whole big run-of-the-mill thing? That's all we're trying to tell you people. If I wasn't sick and I didn't need a test, I wouldn't even win.
Yep.
Because if you don't need a test or you're not in a severe car accident, you don't need a doctor. You need yourself, and you need a little knowledge and some education on what's outside that.
A way of life. I mean, there's just.
Well, tomorrow night we're doing tomorrow night we're doing a dual radio show, first time.
We are. Well, what we're going to do, what I would like to do, like I had said to you earlier, is I would love to go live on the ride so that we can do a little radio show on our way down.
Yeah, we're doing a radio show with Joe.
Oh, we are?
Yeah, I said it to you this morning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's going to do his show on Tuesday because he's going to be on this coast. I'm on the Cup of Joe every Wednesday. It's a radio show. Our friend and colleague and friend and partner and family, Joe Grumbine. You keep hearing us talk about Joe's an amazing man. But he does a radio show, Cup of Joe, on Wednesday nights that I'm on every because we're, of solidarity over separation.
Because we support each other, just what you're supposed to do.
Well, I'm chapter coordinator of his 501c3. Let's be realistic. I mean, I support him everywhere I can do it.
Yes.
So, so we're gonna, and when we do our show, Can We Talk Radio, 420 Radio, on Tuesday nights. So we're gonna do a dual show while we're with George, and that'd be great. I'm going to ask George if I can set a camera up. Maybe we can do a little interview that way with him too. And then we can put a piece of it on here because George is a great guy, and Joe is too. And I don't get the opportunity to be with them in person often. So when I get the opportunity to be with them in person, I might as well take advantage.
Absolutely.
Of it. Hey, well, then when we said, else did we say we're going to tackle, this whole infusion debacle.
Oh, yeah.
Now listen. You're the United States government, and you sign a farm bill to make hemp legal, and you shot yourself in the foot because you didn't think, okay? You didn't think it through. You didn't understand that now cannabis is next. Why don't we have it, first of all? But your way of backtracking now and saying, oops, we made a mistake, and then going, well, now CBD-infused foods and edibles are illegal.
It's
BS, man. Come on.
So wrong.
Come on, let's be real.
So many levels.
Right.
And how dare you?
Well, it's because now why can they do it? Because they can do it.
How dare you?
How can they do it? They can do it.
I'm not saying how can.
Right, no, I know.
You?
No, I know you're not saying. I'm just saying, how can they do it? Because they can do it, and they will do it. And this is the thing. When I talk to people all the time, everybody says all the time that, you're not, blah, 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 and what about business? And you're not afraid. Listen, laws are written by lawyers. Lawyers write law. Law is written with a loophole. Why? So the lawyer can get through it. It's your job as a human to find that loophole. We're just pretty good at doing it. Okay, we're pretty good at finding loopholes. Well, the government is too, and they wrote the law.
You damn Skippy.
So why do you think they're jumping through the loophole? Because they can. Why? Because people can make their own edibles now and don't need medication.
Don't need medication.
They can make their own edibles now, or they can buy them, and they can buy them at a fraction of the price.
Look, Big Pharma,
and they can feel better.
They're feeling the bang. They are.
Well,
Big
they're feeling it bad.
Yeah, they're feeling it bad, and now they're putting something in the air to mask cardiac symptoms, and
they're running a game right now. They're running a game, is whatever it is. Like whatever illness you're going in there for, they're 5-timing you on your medicine. Why? Because they can't get you with an opiate no more.
That's right.
They can't get you with a Xanax. They can't get you with an opiate. They can't get you with with a psychotropic. Why? Because people are opening their eyes.
People are waking up.
Yes, opening their eyes.
And the further away they get from the big pharma hamster wheel, the more awake they're going to become. The more awake they become, the more pissed off they're getting. So, I say, let's go. You know, let's go. Let's make these changes because we're in trouble if we don't. I mean, I don't see us as a society doing it because we're too goddamn weak. I mean, there's lots of us that are strong and can. That's the truth. Right.
I mean,
but there's more of us that aren't.
All right, let's be real. We have family-friendly criminals on tonight.
Yes.
We have family-friendly criminals on tonight.
Yes.
Most different group of men and women you'll ever meet in your life. The most different group of men and women.
Awesome people.
Brilliant musicians, wonderful people. I mean, gosh, if everybody was like me, it would be a miserable place.
That's for sure.
If everybody was like you, it would be too.
I know. Hey.
I'm just saying, if we were all exactly the same, what interest would there be in life?
That's right. That's right.
What interest? Everybody marry the same person. Everybody beat the same person. It would all be the same. We'd walk around, Stepford wives, all of us. That's not what it's about.
Nope.
It's about being born, having experience. Listen, we don't know why we're here. You know, we don't know why this is a place that was chosen from the universe for us to be able to land. We don't know. But while we're here and at this place, we have to make the best of it that we can.
You have to be the best you can be always. That's just the way to do it. If you want it peaceful and harmonious, then you just simply make good choices and be the best you can be. You want it to be full of love and compassion.
It is so easy to hate. It is. It's so easy to hate and be mean and be rotten and terrible. It's difficult sometimes to be nice. Why? Because we're always fighting something that may rub us wrong. But who are we? We can't judge, or we shouldn't. If we all would just, I should say, focus on just doing the right thing in every case, in every situation, it would be so much a better place to live. I mean, I think of people all the time. Man, gosh, those people have such great lives, and they're always laughing and always happy and always this, And you're like, how the heck do people get like that? Well, they choose to be like that.
Yes, it is a choice. People used to ask me all the time, "Are you always so happy?" Yeah, because I choose to be happy. Oh, it's not that easy. Well, sure it is. It is that easy. It's a choice. Sure, does things happen that might upset me? Absolutely. They happen all the time. But it's how I choose to deal with it. I don't wallow. If it's something that upsets me, I recognize it and I'm done with it. Whatever I have to do to get to the other side of that is what I do. Mm-hmm. And because that's what I know is best for me. Look, to survive the things that I've survived in my lifetime and to make it to the age that I am right now, I am thankful for. And that little feat. And I can't allow trivial things to light a fire under me that's completely unnecessary. So I am the creator of my monster. Therefore, I am the slayer of it as well.
That's right. Well, you have to be.
Exactly. You have to be. You recognize that part of yourself. You understand that it's not something that everybody likes to see, and you
make the change.
Make the change. I mean, change.
Make a conscious choice.
It's great. Comfortability kills. Change is wonderful.
It does, yeah, right. You're right. That's what people are afraid of, though, because change does seem.
People are fear of the unknown, and that's then they get complacent, comfortable, and again, comfortability kills. You just gotta make the changes. People don't know, and I remember what it was like to feel that way, where you feel like your life is just not what you wanted it to be, and you just don't know. You can see what you want, but don't know how to get there. I remember that all too well. And it's very easy to do when you do it. It's not easy to see when you're there. No. So I get it, but just know that it's doable.
All right, everybody, listen. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, you're going to see a great group, family-friendly criminals.
Yep.
We're glad
My
to always have them
favorite.
in the house. Thanks, Vera, for always bringing them to us.
Just thanks for just being you guys, man. You guys are so cool, such awesome people, and I
great
love
musicians.
your music.
Incredibly talented.
Incredibly
okay, everybody,
talented.
we'll be right back and enjoy the music.
Welcome back, everybody, and welcome FFC.
Hello, everybody. This song is called Transition. Very first song we wrote as a band. Thank you. The next song is called Can We Talk, featuring lead vocals from our drummer, Guillotine.
I promise you, this is a mistake. Can we talk? When I be asking you, is a plain conversation something we can't do? It's a simple thought in the back of my mind. People do we all that need to unwind. Big trash, big pack, big stash, big racket, only three dreams in plastic. Civil in public, but I'm not gonna get stored. Only thinking 5 10 I keep going war. And maybe so people need to to get a thing, face, door, what's not talking about, face to another thing, pause, and you get hide your identity, but thinking about that, remove your integrity, anything you're thinking of, saying or doing, try to keep in mind your interaction with a human, let's get together and move the social block, can we ask you, can we talk, of all the things we're doing, can we talk, let's not drop the world to ruin, can we talk, say of all the things we're saying, can we talk, let us start praying, to can we talk, can we talk, okay, all the brain is suspended, instead of only listening to things we find attractive, it might feel cozy, but there's a hidden danger, spending your life inside an echo chamber, thinking one way to the point of saturation, means that you're cutting off any moderation, and when you're thinking comes to the sound of provocation, you're dragging your life to the top of aggravation, whatever lines there, what you have to say, can't be supplemented with rocks and pepper spray, some people do what discussion on the beat, and will try to spread the messages with violence and hate, some people think this sort of absurd, what you can do the people with the counter singing words, we put our words down into the form of rock, can we ask you, can we talk, well of all the things we're doing, can we talk, let's not drive the world to ruin, can we talk, well of all the things we're saying, can we talk, instead of all the hate we're spreading, can we talk, can we talk, can we work it all out, can we show each other what it's about, can we help each other see it through, can we do what we need to do, it's time to walk the walk, it's time to talk the talk, tell all the things we're doing, can we talk, let's not talk the world to ruin, can we talk, tell all the hate we're spreading, can we talk, can we just sit instead, we can talk.
Thank you very much. This song is called Lone Traveler, led off by our bass man, Mr. Lime.
Jump so fast and leave you feeling alone like an outcast. Falling down for all to see, telling you your mind is not free. Reaching out and getting hurt, cheating out of a return. Telling you must conform, you must stay here. You wanna know was I born too late? Was I born too late? Will I die too soon? Will I die too soon? Someone please tell me, is this my time? I was told I'd be great. I was gonna be great. Is there any more room? Is there any more room? Someone please tell me, is this my time? Now I sit here all alone, but I'm not stuck here below. Pretty size, good time to size. Acting like a cheating wrong. Nothing I cannot push aside. The greatest of the ocean wide. No hollow chest. I'm not out of place, no apologies. Say my persons are born too late. Was I born too late? Will I die too soon? Will I die too soon? Someone please tell me, is this my time? I was so happy, great. I was gonna be great. Is there any more room? Is there any more room? Someone please tell me, is this my time? It's not more. Last time to keep waiting. I can help you to see. I can show you where you need to begin. Sometimes you reach out, then you get burned. See no side, no until you turn. I can help you to see it through. Cause I've been what you've been through. You were born too late. You were back too soon. Someone will tell you this is your time. You will always be good. Cause they're better room. You can make your room. We're here to tell you this is your time. Someone will tell you this is your time. We're here to tell you this is your time.
Thank you very much. This song is called First Responder.
Alarm goes off, I slam the mute and think, do I really need this job? Remind myself it's not for me, but for the masses and the usual lot. I arrive on time and work my shift, start getting ready to leave this place. Suddenly a last-minute call comes in, and then I decide and up my pace as the scene comes in review. This isn't our thing to glamorize. The tells me these calls, they're like the rest. The cries for help in your loved one's eyes. The chain kicks in as the crowd makes way. I run your aid down to the floor. The blood runs cold and time says, hey, you're not breathing anymore. It's not your time, it's far too soon. I'll bring you back if this is the last thing I do. And cause you see your family still need you here, so don't die on me. The shock doesn't take, so again we go. My mind is starting to fill with doubt. What's taking so long for help to come? Can I keep my words when my arms hold out? The biggest force that drives me through a giant ghost is heart attack. Your child is here and the warrior and begging you to come back. It's not your time, it's far too soon. I'll bring you back if it's the last thing I do. And cause you see your family still needs you here, so don't die on me. Your time, it's far too soon. I'll bring you back. If it's the last thing I do, and can't you see your family? So easy here, so down here.
Thank you very much. We are the family-friendly criminals. Thank you for having us.
And it's a very tough thing for me because of my face and the injuries and things I've had from illness, but family-friendly criminals. And you see, I said it that time. It's a tongue twister to me.
It is.
But we love having this band here. Helen and I were just discussing, and we want to ask you guys here tonight, and don't feel like you're being put on the spot because no is always a good thing. But we're doing a telethon for Local Access 23. It costs a lot of money for us, obviously, to run this, and it all comes from donations from people, and people, you people that are watching us, and sponsorships. Sponsorships from businesses. We sell sponsorships through Local Access 23. But please, what we're going to do in May is Helen and I and Can We Talk are going to front a telethon here at Local Access 23 to try to raise money. And what we're going to do is we're going to invite all of the shows to come and do like a 15-minute piece about their show and what it is. But we want to invite talent. And you guys, believe me, are the most talented people we've had here to date. That's why we keep having you back, because we just love having you here. And we're hoping that if we can find a date in May that will work for you guys, if you would please join us.
I would love to.
Absolutely.
Guys.
Absolutely. All right, fantastic. And again, everybody, family-friendly criminals, please look for them on Facebook. Look for them out. I love these people, man. Listen, when I was in the hospital, these are the people I heard from. And that does a lot for me and Helen. It really does, because we do this because we love people and we want people to be healthy. We want people to have some sense of love, and we want people to just accept like they want to be accepted, and that's all we want to do. Right, absolutely, family. And because of that, and because of people like this, that's why we do this every week. And I applaud them for taking the time to come and set all this up, because really, guys, it takes a lot to put on these shows.
It's always worth it, though. It's
Awesome.
It's totally worth it, my man.
Awesome. All right, Joel, we'll be back with a segment in just a minute. Again, family-friendly criminals.
Well, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. I love that Can We Talk song.
So do I. I do too.
I
think we might end up
love it.
using it. They told me I can use it for the.
They
whenever I
did.
want.
They
Yeah.
did.
So we may end up
That
switching
was so
it over.
awesome.
It's catchy. Every time
It
I
is
play
catchy.
I jam with it. But I'm always glad that they're here, and it was great for them to say that they'd help us out with the fundraiser and the whatever the hell it's called. What's that thing called? Telethon.
Telethon.
We're gonna have a telethon in May, everybody. If you got a group, if you got a talent, if you'd like to be on, please come on down. I don't care if you juggle. I don't care what you do. Spin plates. Anything is fun for TV. Just think of Jerry Lewis, man. Back in the day, we used to
Exactly.
watch the Labor Day telethon, and they had some great acts on, don't they? But they had just regular people come on with their dogs and do special stuff.
Oh, we want some.
Whatever.
Whatever
You guys,
you wanna
whatever you
do.
do, you play music, you come down.
That's
You know,
right.
you're a comedian, come on down. You know, you do things that we don't care what it is.
Keep
come
a
on
look
down.
out for the date. It'll be in May. We'll have flyers up. We will.
We'll
put
give
it
you
on
plenty of time. May. We're going to do it as quick as we
You
can
wanna
in
do
May,
it in
because
May?
May will be because May is going to be. I mean,
May's
is
gonna be busy.
Well, that's when everything starts. You know, all outdoor concerts
I
start.
know.
Everything. So May is nuts, but we'll get it done. It'll be one day. We'll make it. We'll collaborate it so that we get everybody on that we want on.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Hey, listen, I'll tell you, I couldn't think of a better way I could have started my day today. I took a long, lovely ride up to visit these two gentlemen. I got Josh Cohen and I got Joe Sapone. They have a shop out here in Roxbury. It's called PDA Woodworking. You can find them on Instagram at PDABK. So look for them there. These guys do some incredible work, but My ride up here, up 28 and all, and then up 30 was gorgeous. So I got to say that. If you ever get a chance to get out in this part of the country, come on up here, visit them, and make sure you stop by and talk to these guys. Josh, Joe, how are you guys doing today?
Doing excellent, Peter.
Excellent.
Good, thank you.
Fantastic. Listen, I had the pleasure of meeting these guys at an event at Mastock, and the work they do, it just took me back, man. And I'll let, first of all, how'd you guys meet? How'd you guys form this?
Well, how we met is one thing, you know. We went to high school together,
Okay.
and you know, he lived right up the street from me, so we would hang out and, you know, play paintball, and we were always getting into trouble. And then we both went to college and we kind of split ways, and that's the original story behind PDA BK. So Josh, you could probably fill us in on that.
Well, I guess it all started a bunch of years ago. I was living in Brooklyn, and I was working as a high-end picture framer for this one company, and you know, I was feeling it out, but wasn't really digging that kind of path.
Right.
So I ended up leaving that and just kind of bumming around, doing some, you know, set design, set building.
Was that after you got hit by the car? You got hit by a car, isn't that like started like one of the big
Wow.
things?
Yeah, that's a pretty big part of the job, Josh.
I suppose, yeah. So I'll go back. So I was working at this frame shop,
Yeah.
and I would bike to work every day. And I got hit by a car biking to work and lost this guy.
You were out of commission for a
And,
while, right? And you started PDA BK in the meantime, right?
Yeah, I kind of quit my thing, and I ended up getting a settlement for some money, so it enabled me to kind of start a business.
Right.
And I was doing the festival gig, doing, you know, these plant necklaces that kind of took off for a while, and ended up doing, like, you know, more of a festival game, doing like lighters and tins and all
Right,
these.
right.
You know,
So you got involved in that, and then
What's really interesting was the plant necklaces. This is probably the coolest part about it all. Was you know, Josh had a friend who was working with magazines and things along those lines, and Josh's original piece, the Bootsy air necklace, was actually air plant necklace, was featured in French Vogue. So that was like kind of like that first spark behind it.
right.
You know, there's nothing like being put in a major publication
Oh,
like that.
absolutely not.
Let you know that you're going in the right direction. So
Right.
I think that was what, 2013 around then, and then 2014 was when we really started hitting the festivals, and that's when I came on. You know, and he hit me up and he's just like, yo, you know, I've got this great plan, I've got this awesome group of people, like a bunch of artists, and we're traveling to these different music festivals, and you know, I think you'd be an awesome part of it. And it was really, really cool to see like one of my best friends create something that was just so tangible. You know, everybody talks about these huge ideas.
Right, and to become a part of it.
Yeah.
Listen, we say that too with our business, with Can We Talk. We've had plenty of people along the way, and still people now. You know, and heck, right now we're on a wave. You know, I mean, we're riding on the wave. We're on the top of it. And now everybody sits back now and is just like, well, how do I get on the wave? Well, I don't know. I mean, you might have to swim up. I mean, but it's awesome that you were able to jump. You know, you were there, and you gave a hand up, and you guys worked it together.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Absolutely. So it was this really, really cool collective piece, a bunch of people, and Josh leading the way. And we went to our the first major festival was Electric Forest in Rothbury, Michigan, and we put together this like super beautiful vending spot. Like, we didn't just go there and sell stuff. So many people go there.
Right. They just set their table up and throw their
That's it.
stuff on. Right.
It was so much more than that. It was a huge focal piece of the festival, and that's when, you know, that's when we saw like this whole idea like really coming together. Like, wow, there is some potential for this, because it was so organic, and it just came from us. It wasn't like something forced. It was just free flowing and beautiful.
And these have been all just like music festivals and such along that line.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what we've been doing, and honestly, it's like, I did the thing, we did the vending game, and I always tried to make these big, elaborate, artistic style booths, or, you know, this whole installation kind of thing, and
So that's where kind of like the creative part of the woodworking
that's
came
where
in.
it came in. And, you know,
Now, has this always been like a passion that you've always liked working with wood, or is this just something that's come to you and you just feel, you know, I mean, it's just something you enjoy now?
well, I took like one class in college, and I kind of got into it, and I was actually an accounting major, And
there you go. So was I.
I didn't end up going into that. So like I said, that's why I ended up working in that frame shop. But
and where does the art come from? Like how did you come about? Like what you guys are seeing is these beautiful silhouettes right now. I mean, they're awesome. They were built, as you can see, on those pyramids with Morrison and Jerry Garcia, just to mention a couple. That Runner Hendrix is on there as well. But how did you guys come about thinking of this concept?
Well, so like I said, we were doing that vending scene. I didn't really like the whole thing, trying to just make money and just trying to sell stuff. So I ended up getting out of that. And right now, I'm actually making stuff mainly for hotels and restaurants, like Italy. I can't say that. I'm not really allowed to say their
That's fine.
Much, but yeah, but so I've got some big.
We have a beep buttons because I say words sometimes. I shouldn't. I promise.
So I've got clients in the city that I work with, and that kind of made me get this shop, and kind of realized I was always doing this vending scene and making all these art pieces, but it was just for a vending booth. So I was like, I kind of wanted to abandon that and just kind of focus on making some, beautiful pieces. And I have the machinery to do it, so it's kind of just like everyone just talks about, all these things they want to do, but no one does it. So it's just like, I just want to be someone that does it.
There you go.
Why not?
That's
why not?
That's what it's about. See, it's so much in life people miss out on an opportunity because they don't take a chance. And listen, I say the only opportunity you miss is the one you don't try.
Yep.
We try everything. So what better way, man? I'll tell you though. And you, like you said, you specifically right now do for businesses and such. And this piece that you're showing right now is you just put up down the road the other day, correct?
Oh yes, yeah. Just recently I've been getting into making some signs for local businesses. Just because I can. People reach out to me, they see the work I do, and this is actually the first sign I've been commissioned to do. But I've already gotten a few others just from this one being up.
Oh, absolutely. Well, that's it.
Yeah.
Like I say, one customer can make a huge difference.
I know guys who never advertised a day in their life, and they have thriving businesses, and it's all because of the word of mouth. You get those good words behind you. People like you. People find you amicable. You're gonna make money. That's all there is to it.
Well, one thing I can say is Joe has an impeccable personality. I knew him before this. It was funny us bumping into each other and finding out he did this.
Super strange, right?
Yeah, it was. And when I told her, I took a picture of you, obviously, right then, and I sent it right to Helen, and she's like, "Oh my gosh!" She goes, "We sat there for how long looking at that booth? We didn't even know it was him."
Yeah,
so.
yeah. He walks up to the booth, and he's like, "How you doing there today?" And I had sunglasses on. I'm like, "I'm doing great." I'm like, "Peter, how are you?" And he looks at me. I take my sunglasses off.
Well, mind you, he did have a beard, and he had sunglasses on. And I didn't see him like that the last time, so I'm not complaining. Once he dropped his glasses, I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah,
we go with another beep. You see how that works? The beep, the shit came out. But that's all right. We go for it. We just pick right back up. But yeah, man, it was great to see them there. And then, like I said, it was a no-brainer to me. And you know me, guys. I'm always shopping to promote people locally, and it was cool. But then, gosh, I wasn't even thinking about it. I didn't even know if he knew or I knew where the shop was. So he texted me the address, and he's like, "Well, it's going to take you a little while to get there." And I was like, "Oh, okay. I don't mind driving." Yeah, but it was a ride. But again, the best way to start my day.
Oh, beautiful. Like the natural beauty of the Catskills is incredible. Everybody should come and check out the Catskills. It's like on the up and up right now, so.
Right, and then not only that, listen, just think, what they do is create from Earth, you know what I mean? And taking wood and making something tangible and appealing. And are there any limits really to what you guys can do, or are you guys stylistically challenged, or
and that's the thing.
Dabble in everything?
That's the thing. It is a free-forming idea structure. We can literally do whatever we want, and it just all comes down to having the right ideas. Not every idea you have is going to be the best idea in the world, and it's not always going to work.
Mm-hmm.
But it's finding those nuggets of gold like nestled in there, and like really taking those and running with them.
So you're right. You'll take their vision and right from their thoughts to paper to wood.
Yeah.
And what about it? If they say they have a plan or a design, are you guys opposed to that, or will you take in what they've got in mind and maybe help them along the concept process?
Of course, I always try to put my own little spin on it.
Yeah.
Right, because you got to make it yours too. Right.
a lot of people end up talking to me about things, and then they end up just telling me to run with it. And
Well,
most people don't know what they
better
want.
off with that way.
Well, listen, creative license in general is, I believe, you should leave that to the professional. I mean, I can't tell a tile guy how to lay tile. I mean,
But that's not
I'd be wrong.
But that's not to say that everybody doesn't have their own style of creativity as well. And if they're, bringing somebody in into their project, they also want it to have the structure of their project, their
Right.
idea.
Right.
Just,
They want it to feel. They want it to feel like theirs too.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
But I just feel, like I was just saying, Josh. I just feel that once people talk to people that have an artistic impression, they understand the value of what they're offering rather than trying to say what you have is wrong.
Yeah. Well, when I go to my barber, I don't tell him what I want. I'm like, dude, go with what
Right,
you feel.
right. Listen, these guys are located in Roxbury, New York, like I said, at 53678 Route 30. It's right on the drive, right as soon as you're driving through. Across from the school, you can't miss the school, so you can't miss them. I'm really hoping that you guys can extend just out past music festivals. Like if you're out there and you are involved in craftsman organizations and you do have events that you're coming up, the work, as you've seen, is impeccable. They're great guys, as you can see too. Easy to work with, very easy to talk to, and it's been our pleasure, not only outside, but again, to be allowed that board a chance to give you guys a chance to be interviewed. So, anything you want to say, Joe?
No, I just, appreciate you making the drive all the way up here, and thanks for covering us. We always appreciate anybody who, helps us out in any way, and this is huge, so thank you.
Excellent. And Josh, anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, thank you guys for your time, for watching us.
Okay. We appreciate it. Is there a phone number these guys can reach out to as well as just at the PDA?
Sure. Give me a call, Josh, at 845-527-4935.
Or Joe, 845-649-5690.
Excellent, guys. Really a pleasure, man.
Nice, thank you.
I really appreciate you having me out here. Okay, guys, we're going to get back to the show. Thanks again to them. Don't forget, PDA Woodworking in Roxbury, New York, everybody. Peace.
But it's great having them on. It's always a pleasure to have them on the show. But I'm really tired tonight, and I think we need to get off the air. We'll go on home, and guys got some good music tonight. We did a little bit of talking.
Great music to listen to.
Another thing too, it's very cold on the set, guys. We can't
Yeah,
have our
he
heat
can't
on.
be
Yeah, we
like
can't
this.
have our heat on while we're talking because the vents
Because you'll hear
get
it.
into our sound. Yeah. So I kind of got to be a little bit chilly tonight. I should have wore something a little bit more appropriate, but
It's all right.
that's all right. But what do we got?
All
What are
right.
we thinking about next week? I don't remember what we have next week. Well,
I have to look.
yeah, it's always scheduling. We're supposed to have Larry Sharp this week, but
No, but
that's
he's
all right. But,
postponing till March.
right, yeah, he's got to move till
So.
March, so which is only right around the corner, really. March is only a couple weeks away.
Sure.
It's only a couple weeks away.
Yeah.
Well, what do you say there? We left the dogs home today.
Yes,
guys.
we
I'm
did.
Sorry you don't get to
So
see them
yeah,
today.
that threw us a little out of sorts too. I think. But I think that we're all set.
Awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
Well,
Until,
thank you for joining us for another episode of Can We Talk?
Until next week, guys, again, where we'll come back and entertain you. We will educate you. We'll try to keep you laughing, try to keep you interested, and try to help you learn how to spread some positivity in this world. And let's make it a better place to live. So that we can all,
Amen to
that
that.
we can all just, the time that we're here, let's make it easy.
Live the changes you wish to see.
That's right. Okay, everybody, that's Pete and Helen Yapel, Can We Talk 420
Good night.
TV. Good night.